Hindu nationalism is a political ideology that advocates for Hindu supremacy and the exclusion of members of other Indian religious groups from equal participation in Indian society. It is a fiercely anti-intellectual ideology in both conception and practice. And I want to speak with you all today specifically about the threat that this hateful political movement, also known as Hindutva, is posing in real time to academic freedom in the United States. So I am Associate Professor of South Asian History at Rutgers University, the State University of New Jersey. For more than 5 years, I have received hate mail from Hindu nationalists or Hindu supremacists almost every single day. I have been the target of so many death and rape threats that I have lost count. The most recent violent threat against me was made last week via phone to a General Rutgers phone number by a man spouting Hindu supremacist rhetoric. The police are investigating. My family too have been threatened with all manner of violence, including my children, who are ages 3, 5, and 7 at present. I often require armed security when I speak publicly, whether about modern South Asia or ancient Indian history. The last time I gave a public lecture was less than 2 weeks ago in the western suburbs of Chicago. To ensure both my safety and the safety of the audience, there were multiple armed security personnel present. I want to emphasize how extraordinary and how worrisome it is that I require armed protection on US soil to speak about areas of my scholarly expertise. I am the target of repeated smears and misinformation campaigns. Hindu nationalist groups have tried, unsuccessfully so far, to prompt my employer, Rutgers University, to take punitive action against me. Many Hindu supremacists openly discuss trying to influence the New Jersey state government, elected officials, and Rutgers administrators in order to silence me, a scholar. Some of this harassment has come from overseas, and a certain share comes from the United States. In fact, Hindu supremacists who were born and raised on US soil have taken over a leadership role in the relentless attacks against me in recent months. What have I done to merit such treatment, you might ask? My scholarship explores the truth about Indian history, that South Asia has always been a diverse place where many cultural and religious groups coexist. And this basic fact poses a huge challenge to the political project of Hindu nationalism. Hindu supremacists find so much of South Asian history threatening, especially the many parts featuring Muslims. I am an expert on Hindu and Muslim interactions in the 16th and 17th centuries. And the same folks who attack me for teaching about Muslims in India's past also demonize Muslims today as their primary enemy, as the main group to dehumanize as a foil for advocating for Hindu supremacy. In fact, Hindu nationalists largely sat out India's independence struggle against British colonial rulers in the first half of the 20th century. And that is because they, the Hindu nationalists, identified Muslims rather than the British as their primary enemy. Muslims are still Hindu supremacists' favorite group to hate. And those of us who research and teach Indo-Muslim history are further carnage in this brutal assault. While I am a favorite target of US-based Hindu supremacists, I am not exceptional. Many other scholars of South Asia have been targeted as well, as you have heard, not only by nationalists overseas, but also by US citizens who are part of this homegrown branch of Hindu supremacist hate. And in fact, Hindu supremacists based in the United States have been some of the leaders in the campaign of fear and intimidation against the Dismantling Global Hindutva conference that's occurring in a couple of days. Now, the Hindu supremacist attacks against me and numerous other scholars reached a crescendo of sorts in March and April of 2021 in a series of coordinated attacks. That experience, plus years of enduring vitriol, prompted me and about 20 colleagues to form the South Asia Scholar Activist Collective. We, SASIC for short, are a group of North America-based academics who believe in the twin pillars of humanities scholarship and inclusive progressive politics. Our first act as a collective was to author the Hindutva Harassment Field Manual, a freely available